Hey everybody, Pastor Jeremy here with your devotional for the week. And today we are talking about childlike faith. So, if we think about the stress and the heaviness that comes on us through any season of life, it is easy for our childlike faith to become dull or almost non-existent, right? Which is not good because it tarnishes then the way that we see the world, the way we see people, and even sometimes the way we see Jesus, right? So that is not how Jesus wants us to live. This picture came to mind of a child jumping into a swimming pool. The child isn't going to stand there and second guess itself on whether its parent is going to catch them when they jump in, or whether it's rational that they jump in, or whether the conditions are perfect that they jump in. The child's going to jump in and trust that their parent is going to catch them. We see in Matthew 18:3, Jesus is saying, "Truly I tell you, unless if you change and become like little children, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven." So we have to ask ourselves, what is childlike faith? It's not immaturity, but it's this deep trust in saying to God, I don't understand everything, but I know you love me, and I know you have a plan, and that is enough. Childlike faith believes easily, trusts deeply, and forgives quickly, and lives with joy and wonder. Jesus didn't ask us to become childish, but childlike. That's a huge difference. So, we talked in Matthew 18 about how Jesus says that we need this childlike faith, right? Because at that point, the disciples are arguing over who is the greatest in the kingdom of God. And Jesus simply responds by pulling a child to the side and saying, this child is the greatest in the kingdom, right? Children are the greatest when it comes to not judging people. They tend to see the best in everybody. Children tend to not worry about the bigger picture things that will come about, but they tend to live just for today, right? Because the worries that plague us and the stress of life mean nothing to them. They don't worry about where the money for the bills are going to come from, or whether the sickness is going to go away, or whether the heartbreak of today will last for very long. So let me ask you, how is your childlike faith? Like I said at the beginning of this, it is so easy for it to become dull and tarnished in the seasons of life that are so stressful and heavy at times. But we need to guard that childlike faith, because Jesus, trusting in God with childlike faith, is saying, God, I believe that you are in control. Because we certainly are not as much as we feel like we are in our day-to-day lives, right? So what does childlike faith look like today? It's trusting in God even when you don't see the outcome. And that is difficult, right? I am a planning person. So I like to know exactly what's going to happen, when it's going to happen. God's plan is ultimately not for us to know that, but for us to trust Him in the process, right? It's praying simple and honest prayers. I've never seen or heard a child give a 15-minute lecture about why they needed what they needed. They simply ask because they need. And it's letting go of control. We don't have any control over the big picture of what is happening, but God has a plan and purpose for each and every one of our lives. So when we trust Him, when we come to Him with that childlike faith, He can easily implement His plan for your life while you are journeying through this season. So, Proverbs 3:5-6 says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding, but in all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your path straight." Take a moment today. Take inventory of your childlike faith. And if you feel like it is dull or non-existent in this season, take a moment with the Lord. Ask Jesus to renew that childlike faith. Because it's only when we trust Him like a child that we can fully experience everything He has for us in this life. So, I pray that blesses you. Have an amazing and wonderful day, my friends.